Fernandez, and now we continue with the action of MFN 10. The next fight in the featherweight division, we have Fabricio Oliveira fighting Azizbek Satya. What do you say, John?
Guys, this is an exciting matchup right here. Brazil versus Kyrgyzstan. We've got a BJJ black belt versus an accomplished Kyrgyzstani wrestler and kickboxer. I think this fight right here could be absolute fireworks.
Oh yeah, it's always fun to watch a striker and a grappler. And especially when you look at fighters at this caliber, it is explosive and fun. All right, now we go to the cage for official announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Fabricio Oliveira.
All right, all the way from Brazil, John, making his way to the cage.
Esse aí, brasileiros! I'm a little bit partial here coming from Brazil with my 15-hour flight.
As a fighter from Brazil and somebody who has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, what do you think we can expect to see from Fabricio in the cage, John?
I certainly do not have a black belt, but I appreciate the promotion, Manan. What I expect from him is for him to set up his hands. Set up his hands, get it to the ground, and look for submissions, right? But he is going to have his hands full, that is for sure.
All right, let's look at Fabricio's keys to victory. He's a skilled striker. He attacks the body, and of course, he's got mastery when it comes to submissions and fighting on the ground. We're going to see some of that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt in action here in the cage.
I agree with that. And you know, when speaking to him yesterday, he was very calm. I said, "How was your flight?" He said, "I'm not worried about my flight. I'm ready to fight." He's coming in here with bad intentions and looking for a win. I'm very excited for this matchup.
And look at his expressions, John. Many times you can just look at a fighter's body language, the way they're carrying themselves, the way they're walking, and tell what's going on.
Stone cold killer there.
Yeah,
Stone cold killer.
Stone cold killer.
You can just tell by the way he carries himself, like you said. I agree 100%.
He means business.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage, Azizbek Satybaldeiv.
All the way from Kyrgyzstan, making his way to the cage now, is Azizbek Satybaldeiv. Look at that hat, look at that flag. He's here to make a statement. He's here to set this cage on fire and prove to everybody what he's all about, what his country and his people represent.
Well, fighting out of Kyrgyzstan, we've got Azizbek making his way to the cage, and he, for sure, Manan, is the fan favorite. Let's look at his keys to victory. He's an evasive striker, he's got explosive hands, and he can drag the fight out.
Rahul, since Fabricio is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, I think the main game plan for Azizbek here is to stop the fight from going to the ground and use his explosive striking to dominate Fabricio.
I definitely agree with that, but I wouldn't think that he's going to shy away from the ground. He's an excellent wrestler, so he might be able to neutralize that black belt jiu-jitsu.
For sure, John, I agree with him. I agree with you. With 17 wins and 18 losses, Azizbek here is the favorite at the moment. And beside the weigh-ins, there was a nasty face-off between both these guys, wherein Azizbek was trying to provoke Fabricio.
He grabbed his thumb and was trying to break it. He said, "I'm here and I'm going to crush you."
Well, initially he pushed Fabricio, and then when it came to a handshake, they had a nasty handshake.
Guys, listen to that crowd. He is certainly the fan favorite here. I can barely hear you.
Let's look at the tail of the tape. We've got Fabricio Oliveira, all the way from Brazil, 31 years of age, 170 centimeters in terms of height, and his style is jiu-jitsu. On the other hand, we've got Azizbek, who's 26 years of age. He's got 8-inch reach advantage, and his core style is MMA.
Ladies and gentlemen, first we introduce the blue corner. He weighed in at 65.65 kilograms, representing Brazil. Make some noise for Fabricio Oliveira! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 65.85 kilograms, representing Kyrgyzstan. Give it up for Azizbek Satybaldeiv! Ladies and gentlemen, the referee for the fight, Daniel Isaac.
Gentlemen, you both are aware of the GAMAF rules. Let's have a good, clean fight. When I ask you to break or stop, please stop. Touch gloves or step back to your corners.
That was quite a friendly start. John. Even though during the weigh-ins, these guys had that intensity between them, that animosity between them.
You know, maybe it's one of those things that we're trying to build a little bit of hype prior to the fight, you know, and now that they're here, both of these guys are sportsmen, and they're going to come in here and do their thing.
I met Fabricio after the weigh-ins yesterday and this morning, and he seems that he's fuming with anger after the weigh-ins. And look at the way he was all set to charge at Azizbek and respond to whatever happened at the weigh-ins yesterday.
These guys are ready to fight for sure.
They touch the gloves and they start action.
Fabricio taking center of the ring here.
We saw Fabricio fighting at MFN 8 main event. He's an excellent striker with a background in Muay Thai, and he's a Gracie Baja Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
Testing the water here. Let's see who decides to throw the first combination. Both men enjoying the center of the cage here.
धीमी शुरुआत, एक दूसरे की रणनीति को भांपते हुए.
Well, John, Aziz here has a bit of reach advantage, and do you think he's going to utilize that?
Yo, man.
That was a big left
That was
hand.
a big left hand.
Looks
Fabricio's a little wobbled here.
He's a little bit hurt, but he's on his feet.
Guys, listen to that crowd here.
एक ही शॉट में उन्होंने फेब्रिशियो को नीचे गिरा दिया. क्या बात है?
Fabricio's going to need to keep his hands up. We know Azizbek is dangerous. Let's a little bit more head movement as well.
We've got a lot of Azizbek fans in attendance here at Palazzo Versace, all cheering for him.
I feel like Fabricio may have recovered here.
Of course, you know, we saw him fighting at MFN 8 in the main event, and he definitely is durable. He's tough. He can do some excellent striking as well as ground game.
Nice outside leg kick landed by Fabricio here.
बढ़िया हेड किक लगाई यहाँ पे एक और.
I think Fabricio realizes the length advantage here.
I like the way Azizbek is returning kick with the kick.
Me too. I love seeing a fighter return. Don't just absorb damage, but return after. Azizbek trying to establish a jab here. We know something's coming up after it.
Both these guys with opposite stances.
Azizbek's speed is so fast, his attacks come out of nowhere.
But she's going to return with another kick here. Nice inside kick here, guys.
I like the way Fabricio is throwing a kick to the body and then to the legs.
I do too. You know, something he's going to need to do is keep his leg on the outside of Azizbek's leg. This is a battle of footwork.
Well, Aziz saw that kick coming in.
और अजीज बहुत आराम से खेल रहे हैं, कोई जल्दबाजी नहीं कर रहे हैं. टाइम ले रहे हैं अपना पूरा.
So is Fabricio, representing Brazil, against Azizbek in the red corner. representing Kyrgyzstan here tonight at MFN 10.
You know, I'm surprised at the lack of Fabricio trying to take him down and get that submission. It seems that Fabricio is very comfortable standing up.
Yes, I think, John, he wants to take his time and not rush anything.
Both guys continually exchanging these high kicks here.
Yes, plus they're still feeling each other out a little bit. They're not pressing the action that much.
You know, something I saw that just impressed me with...
That was a nice combination there from Aziz.
Nice inside leg kick. Great combination between toes. Oh, dropped him with a straight right.
There we go again.
He said, no way, you get up.
Fabricio on the ground because that's his territory. He says, Azizbek, come on the ground with me and let's do some jiu-jitsu.
Azizbek said, no way, man, stand up.
Guys, this is the second time he's dropped him. The second time.
Well, I think if Azizbek is a complete fighter, he should do a little bit of grappling with Fabricio. What do you have to say, John?
I say, keep standing, Azizbek. I really like his head movement. Azizbek's head is always moving. He has great body movement, great head movement. That Fabricio coming in. Both fighters throwing some serious leather with bad intentions here, guys.
Real bad intentions, John.
कभी भी अजीजबेक की तरफ से एक ऐसा मुक्का आ सकता है जो बत्तियां गुल कर देगा.
Little Muhammad Ali-ish shuffle here from Azizbek.
Less than 10 seconds for round number 1 between Fabricio in the blue corner and Azizbek, the fan favorite, in the red corner.
What a round.
Wow.
That was a great round.
क्या मुकाबला है.
You know, he's gonna...
Let's look at the action replay. Man, that was the big left hand that dropped Fabricio. Fabricio got up onto his feet, throws in a couple of kicks.
I'm actually impressed that Fabricio got dropped twice with those powerful punches.
Same.
And still kept up the pace, still kept fighting.
What a durable fighter. You know what else is amazing is he was dropped by both a right hand and a left hand.
Aziz has also established that he's got some serious knockout power.
A lot of Kyrgyzstan fans in attendance cheering for their favorite Azizbek.
I think within this first round in itself, Aziz has kind of established a name for Kyrgyzstani fighters.
Well, for sure, we've got one more Kyrgyzstani fighter tonight on the card. That's the flag of Kyrgyzstan.
Guys, notice that in between rounds here is that Azizbek did not sit down. Azizbek stood up and said, I'm ready to fight, man. I'm not going to sit down.
John, earlier today we saw the Kyrgyzstani fighters training hard.
Outside in the sun, which is craziness.
It's very unconventional. Fighters don't usually train on fight day, but these guys were going hard even on fight day in the sun.
In the sun here in Dubai.
This is an absolute different breed of animal here.
Let's get started with round number 2.
Both men standing center cage here.
Again in opposite stances.
Nice glancing right head kick there.
John, did you notice each time Fabricio throws in a leg kick, Azizbek returns with a big punch? Oh!
Fabricio landed with that right hand. Seemed to not faze Azizbek whatsoever.
Look out for another strong punch from Azizbek.
What exactly was he pointing to the canvas for, guys?
Probably sweat.
Sweat, yes.
Nice inside leg kick.
You know, a theme that we're seeing throughout the entire night is nobody checking leg kicks. We need to see some people start checking those leg kicks.
Well, arguably he was doing it. He was checking legs.
Yes, but a lot of them go unanswered, and there should definitely be a strategy there to do something about those leg kicks. Because 2 or 3 of those leg kicks, John, and the whole fight can go out the window.
It adds up, man. It just adds up. Fabricio doing a good job of putting pressure on him here. Continues with these high kicks.
The kicks seem to be working for Fabricio here.
Finally saw a little bit of head movement from Fabricio.
Well, I like the way he's moving his hands and going forward fast. Aziz keeps pointing at something.
Well, this
I
is
definitely agree with
MMA.
that.
This is MMA.
Referee Dan pauses the fight. I
Calls
think Aziz was slipping on something.
Yes,
and
I watched them both slip there.
Yes, they're taking care of that now.
Good job by Sir Daniel Isaac here, stopping the fight and getting the cage cleaned up. I don't think it gets any better, guys, than Daniel Isaac.
Definitely. Daniel Isaac, the third man in the cage right now. The referee is known as the father of Indian MMA.
Well, he's the man responsible for nurturing MMA in the country for almost more than 2 decades.
He's also my kickboxing coach.
Well, that's nice.
Fabricio continuing with the pressure here. Ooh, Azizbek with the takedown. Ooh.
Fantastic. I really like that. He took him down and got out of there. He just scored that point with the takedown, and he was like, that's it. Don't want any more of the ground game.
Well, you saw Fabricio grabbing that leg there.
Oh, my God. There's another one of those hard punches.
Guys, we have a fight on our hand here. This is a great fight.
Beautiful jab right there.
Fabricio really looking for that check left hook right here.
Azizbek's got 17 wins in his career, and out of which, John, 8 have come via knockouts.
So he has some serious power here. You know, something I'm impressed with Azizbek is his ability to switch from southpaw to orthodox, and he continually cuts angles. That's making it very difficult for Fabricio, who is one-dimensional, meaning going forward or backwards, to hit him. You see him, he goes to his right, he goes to his left. He's very difficult to hit.
बहुत ही रोमांचक मुकाबला है यहाँ पे ब्राजील के फैब्रिशियो ओलिवेरा और किर्गिस्तान के अजीजबेक के बीच.
I don't know if you guys noticed it there, but there was another little slip there. These guys are sweating profusely. Again, another slip.
And both fighters acknowledged that that was a slip, not a knockdown.
Less than 90 seconds to the second round of this excellent bout between Fabricio Oliveira from Brazil in the blue corner against Azizbek in the red corner representing Kyrgyzstan.
This is really high quality MMA, guys. MFN 10 has taken the game to a whole nother level.
For sure, Manan, today is a milestone in Indian MMA. Both these guys are talking, telling each other that the canvas is slippery.
Well, this is MMA, Rahul. Anything can happen. The environment can change. The opponent can throw different things at you. You have to adapt and you have to fight. Part of being a warrior is being able to adapt to different circumstances. Hard shots there.
Nice shots there, guys. You know, something has changed a little bit in this second round is Fabricio is putting on a lot more pressure than he did in the second round. He's taking center cage and he's putting on a little bit more pressure. Azizbek with his lead hand down here, looking for a nice hook, maybe a nice stiff jab to set up that right hand, or that left hand, excuse me.
Less than 10 seconds, we can hear the crowd cheering for the favorite, Azizbek.
10 seconds.
Let's see.
कोई जल्दबाजी नहीं, दोनों फाइटर अपना समय लेते हुए और यहाँ दूसरा राउंड होता है समाप्त.
You hear Fabricio's corner the entire time saying, more pressure, more pressure, more pressure. Kick,
let's look at the replay here, John. Both fighters throwing hard shots. This is that takedown that Azizo got, but he immediately got out of it because he does not want to grapple with Fabricio. And that's a good decision.
Was a great decision. He said, I'm going to take you down, but I'm not going to entertain your jiu-jitsu.
Azizbek has his own game plan working in his favor today.
Guys, if you notice here, again, we have Azizbek standing. Azizbek is standing. These guys are animals, man.
For sure, and Azizbek is taking full advantage of the reach that he's got.
Yes, he's doing a good job at that. I agree.
And look
You
at the
know,
way...
there are multiple strategies in fighting. You conserve your energy, you manage your energy, and then there's this strategy which the Kyrgyzstani fighter Azizbek is using, that you just dominate. You just show up, you just be an animal, you don't want to sit, you don't need to breathe, you just want to go all out attack, all out offense. And
Fabricio is going to really need to come out this next round and look for a finish.
Absolutely. I think those two knockdowns that Azizbek scored have him ahead on the scorecards. So Fabricio will
I would score that
definitely need to do
first round
something.
at 10-8.
I agree with that, John. ये तीसरे राउंड में हमें पता चलेगा कौन जीतता है इस फाइट को.
Let's get the action started. Round number 3.
Both guys taking center of the cage here.
Nice.
Fabricio throwing in another kick.
Oh, nice kick to the midsection there by Azizbek.
बहुत शक्तिशाली किक थी ये.
Notice here, just like you said, Manan, both fighters are trying. Uh-oh, here we go.
John, both these guys are sweating profusely, as you say, and they're slipping as well.
Sweating profusely.
बिल्कुल. और ये जो sweat है इसकी वजह से it becomes difficult to grapple also. You're not able to control your opponent properly when you're grappling.
That's true.
Well, this could be advantageous to Azizbek, who's been on his feet all throughout this bout.
Yeah, but like you said, John, Fabricio hasn't even tried to take Azizbek down.
I'm very surprised by that, honestly. Listen to our crowd here for Azizbek.
Considering he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and grappling is the area where he excels, we expected him to take Azizbek down, but I think he has something else on his mind.
Guys, again, back to these angles, man. Watch him. He hits, he cuts an angle. He hits, he cuts an angle. He swaps his stance. Azizbek is doing a very good job of keeping Fabricio guessing the entire time.
Wow.
Nice connect.
Beautiful right overhand.
Beautiful right hand.
Whoa, what an attempt. What an attempt.
Both fighters are continuously slipping here.
Azizbek is getting more and more explosive, and that one lands right on the nose.
Fabricio is still there in the game, trying to drag this fight out.
You hear his corner yelling, kick, kick, kick.
I'd really like to see Fabricio do a takedown here.
Here we go. Let's
and
see if
there it
Fabricio
is.
can take him down and enforce his will here.
Azizbek defending the takedown attempt by Fabricio. Fabricio's got his leg. Both these guys on their feet again.
बहुत बढ़िया defense किया वहाँ पे Azizbek ने.
You guys notice when he shoots in, Azizbek, ooh, nice check left hook there, guys.
इतनी तेज, so much speed.
Oh, flash knockout. He was out for a second, guys. He's
Dropped
wobbly.
him down
He's
with the
wobbly
big-
on his feet.
Big left hand. Oh, another.
एक के बाद एक बॉम्ब गिरा रहे हैं यहाँ पे Azizbek.
Well, as we said,
These shots are hard, guys.
Fabricio हिल चुके हैं इस time. He's shaken and he's hurt.
well, he's still on his feet. We can see Azizbek is an evasive striker. He's throwing in punches. Straight landing on Fabricio's chin, dropping him down. Whoa!
And Fabricio
Nice.
fires back now, man.
Beautiful return
What
by
a
Fabricio.
fight.
Fabricio seems to have recovered, guys. Fabricio has a chin.
Look at the fans in attendance shouting for Azizbek here.
Wow.
This is
Azizbek
a
throwing
fight.
jabs while he moves back.
You know, unfortunately, Fabricio has yet to really find success with his punches.
Guys, this can be a knockout any moment. The fight could end any second now.
Well, John, look at the way Fabricio has been chasing Azizbek while Azizbek moves around the cage.
It's back to those angles, man.
Oof.
He's elusive.
इतनी speed,
nice jab.
बिजली की रफ्तार से मार रहे हैं वो jab, वो punches.
Azizbek swinging big shots, heavy leather.
Guys, these guys cannot throw a punch without slipping in this cage.
What a fight.
Less than 40 seconds, crowd cheering up for Azizbek.
30 seconds left on the clock.
Azizbek landing these beautiful jabs here.
I'm really surprised, John. Fabricio hasn't shown us a proper takedown attempt in the entire fight.
Look at the way Azizbek is still teasing
and
Fabricio.
It's jab after jab
There
after jab.
A nice takedown attempt here, securing his leg. But Azizbek is great at defending. Great at defending these takedowns.
Yes, and it's too late now to do this takedown. The fight is over.
He's got a hook in.
Well, what an excellent show here by Azizbek, the fan favorite.
Guys, that was one heck of a fight. That was very, very good
MMA.
fight.
Take a look at those kicks. Azizbek was moving all the time. He landed some beautiful shots. Those punches really took a toll on Fabricio. There we go. Look at
what
that
a
left
shot.
hook.
Well, somewhere John Aziz knew that if he had to follow those punches when Fabricio was on the ground, he could have been taken. He could have been taken by Fabricio.
This kid right here has a bright future.
Guys, look at the crowd here. So many people in the crowd have that Kyrgyzstani flag up. They're cheering for Azizbek. And it's been a fantastic performance by both these fighters.
I am very impressed.
Let's go over to Jared for the official decision. John, what an...
29-28, 29-28, 28-29, declaring the winner by split decision, Azizbek Satybaldeiv!
All right. Okay. Wait. Let him speak, then we'll come.
shut him out literally in the first round. What was your strategy to keep going through?
Бардық нәрсе плану жүргөндөй болду. Биринчи раундда жакшы эмне кылдым. Ошо какие ощущения менен.
Ассаламу алейкум. Кыргызстандан мен колдогон бардык келген коноктор рахмат сиздерге чоң. Сиздердин колдооңуздар действительно аябай дем берди, күч берди. По плану эле болду. Биринчи раунд иштеп, экинчи раундда могу өзүңүздөр көргөндөй бул маттын айлана суу болуп мен вообще жыла албай калдым. Тайып. По плану биз иштеген болчу.
First of all, I'm really thankful for my fans from Kyrgyzstan. I really felt the support. It means a lot for me. And everything was like we planned. First round, I worked, and as you say, the second round, the floor was a little bit slippery. That's why, it made some difficulties. But anyways, alhamdulillah, we made it. And thank you one more time for the organizers.
Alan, assalamu alaikum. Can I get next fight for title? 6-1, next fight. Next fight. I am now ready. You are. Sabayernik Hatabeka. I am now ready. Fight. I think your likes or fights. Thank you for all.
As you understand, he wants to fight. He wants to fight for title for 61 kg. He's ready. He can fight whenever you want. Yeah, right.
All right, as you can see, he's ready and we're ready too. And now I want to throw it to Salil, who's with all of Kyrgyzstan that's here to support Azizbek. So a huge round of applause and over to you, Salil.
All right, everybody. We've got back and forth that is going on.
If you will just clean the floor and if it will not be any more activity, I can fight right now.
All right, we'll come to that. Right now we're with the fans. You know, it's a presenter's dream. You sort of hope that something happens. We were waiting here before that, and it's happened. So big cheer for everybody! Okay. Now we've got a designated speaker. Okay, everybody, wait. You come all the way from Kyrgyzstan, all of y'all. This is fantastic support. How and why did so many people show up? Does he have so many friends or many more?
Yes, we are coming special from Kyrgyzstan, special support our guys. And thanks to all of you guys for supporting and for this organization. And we are ready anytime for any location, come and support our guys. Thank you.
No, not thank you, wait. Fabricio did a great job as well. A lot of respect for the Brazilian fighter as well. And you know, I know that you guys respect it. You know, it's all about good fights. So something that you want to say to Fabricio as well, he's not feeling too good right now. Support him.
Fabricio is the second time he's at the Satybaldeiv, as you know, and he's an amazing fighter. Only respect for him.
You know, that's what it is. Sport, there's winning and losing, but this is the kind of power that there is. Before I sign out and send to the comms, a big round of applause once again for the Kyrgyzstan fighter. Over to the comms right now.
Well, this is MMA.